Another quote that I heard was, you got to believe in yourself, right? You got to believe in yourself before anyone can believe in you. So could you elaborate a bit about that one? I think that's really important when you're, building your business, building yourself up as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we have to take a step back as well. When you're talking about self-confidence and self-belief, the question I would ask you then is, well, where do you think your beliefs come from? Where do you think your beliefs come from?
I think it comes from your childhood, right? It comes from your childhood when you're growing up, what you see and do, right? So,
yeah, our experiences, right? Yeah, I think a huge contributing factor is our experiences in life. And I think another huge contributing factor to the beliefs you currently have, Kwa, or the beliefs I currently have, is from the people we spend time with. One of the messages that I kind of speak about on stage is that, that great universal law that you're the direct reflection of the top 5 people you spend time with. Now, our beliefs come from the top 5 people we spend time with, the top 10 people we spend time with. So again, when I am thinking about creating a podcast, if I don't have the right people around me, my belief would be that, I could never build a really successful podcast. No way. But then that's because that's what the people around me believe. My friends who are pharmacists and doctors and lawyers right now, and most of my internal network are people in the medical field and whatnot. And when I told them I want to start a podcast, they're like, "Oh, dude, it's too crazy. It's too saturated."
I think you'll be
amazing.
It's
way too saturated right now. Sorry, what was that?
You'll be amazing as a podcaster.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, my friends don't think this. My friends don't believe it's easy. They go, "Look, Vin, you're already a great speaker. You should stick to that. You've already monetized it to an incredible ROI. Focus on that." So their beliefs become my beliefs. Whereas instead of sharing my ideas with them, I started curating a group of friends who actually have podcasts and have podcasts that are doing really well. And when I told them about doing it, they said the same thing that you said, because you're doing podcasts. They said, "Dude, you'd be amazing at this." And I thought, oh, cool. So I think people have to understand that whatever it is that you're doing, say you wanted to become a really successful carpenter. My wife and I are looking at redesigning our kitchen back in Australia right now. And say you really want to become a great carpenter. If you spend all your time with electricians, they're not going to motivate you.
True.
If you spend all your time with carpenters who are not successful, they're not going to make you feel confident. Whereas if you spend time with carpenters who are very successful, have built a very successful business, around them, you're going to feel way more confident. You have way more self-belief if you have one of them as a friend. So to me, I place a lot of value in having the right environment. If I want to start a podcast, if I surround myself with friends who are successful at podcasting, guess how I'm going to feel when I'm starting my podcast? I'm going to feel very confident. And you're confident because you have these friends as a resource to be able to learn from. So to me, anytime I start a new endeavor, I make sure I have the right team, because that's the biggest mistake I see a lot of young people make, including myself. When I wanted to become a speaker, I spent time with all online entrepreneurs. And guess how my confidence level was starting my speaking career? It's very low, because I was like, I could never do this. It's a pipe dream, It's something cool to dream about, but I'll never be able to do it. But then the moment I spent time with successful keynote speakers and learned from them and we became friends, my level of confidence in my ability to become a speaker significantly grew.
So it's all about surrounding yourself with the right environment, people who you would like to exchange places with as well, right? So it's about people who elevate your game. So okay.
And the other thing I'll add on to that as well is mastery. I'm confident now on stage because I've spent thousands of hours perfecting my ability to communicate and perform on stage. Confidence to me is an emotional state. And that emotional state is strengthened by physiology. So when you adapt a more confident posture and a confident voice, when you look a certain way, you feel a certain way. When you feel a certain way, you'll sound a certain way. So that kind of physiology hack works. But to me, it's also mindset. And then it's mastery. It's really about mastery as well as environment and physiology. So to me, it's very high level, but when you look at all of those things coming together, when you've got the right environment, you're going to feel great and confident. When you've got the right physiology, you're going to feel great. And when you've mastered something, that's when you feel really confident, brother.
I absolutely love that. It reminds me of, I think Malcolm Gladwell, he talks about in Outliers, the 10,000 hour rule. And yeah, it's just amazing on how, you know, you've mastered yourself, you've mastered the communication, and yeah, you can really influence people through the way you speak. So it's just amazing to see you do that.
We'll use the same analogy again quickly. And I just wish I had the example here. I can take the sheet music. The person who plays that song better will move the audience more. I mean, that's the simplest analogy for people to see this, the impact of this. You know, I mean, think about a child playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. If you play it, it's just da 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 da. Doesn't really move anyone. And they're playing it in what they call staccato. But if you play it in legato and you play it da 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 da, all of a sudden, playing it in legato, you can move people more. So you and then I know I'm kicking a dead horse, but let's continue to kick it, because how are you moving people with your instrument right now? Are you playing it masterfully, or are you putting no thought into how you play the instrument, and you're putting all of your thoughts just into what you're going to say, the music notes? Both are important, and that's what I really want to stress to people, is that, of course, what you say is important, but how you say it is just as important.